Hey, I just gotta say, before I begin, shout out to my man BR, Brandon Rogers, and of course, Trash Talker, Primo, and all the 12s out there who, despite all them injuries out there, man, but we had injuries too. It was a hell of a game, man. Hell of a fight that they put up out there, man. I mean, you want to talk about grit and everything. As much grit as we shown this game, I mean, I gotta give it up to the Seahawks too, man. I mean, they had that dog. They had that dog in them. It just unfortunately that the defense was the defense did do enough for them, and we took advantage. We took advantage of their weaknesses and injuries on defense. I mean, the injuries clearly was a factor in us, helping us win this game. Even though I gotta say this before I go off on the positives. Aaron Glenn, at some point, you got to take Arnold out the game. I mean, he committed half of those defensive penalties just by him being on the field, man. I mean, he almost caused half of the penalties. I mean, most of it on PI and holding calls. I mean, man, that took up half of the defensive penalties at some point, man. He got to be sat down. You got to find a way to take him out the game. I mean, it's like these penalties, it's like it happened again. It happened again. And James Houston, man. And you committed like four of those penalties, man. I'm like, you and James Houston, Arnold and James Houston, man, they got to sit down. They gotta sit down, bro. But man, let me get to the exciting shit, boy. Amon Ra was a damn fool tonight. I mean, he had a throwing touchdown and he caught one. I mean, he was a damn fool out there. But the beginning of, I say the second possession, man, what Demo and Gibbs did down that drive, man, was just flat out beautiful, bro. Flat out beautiful. Demo, I mean, I don't think anybody's sleeping on him amongst our fan base. I don't think anybody's sleeping on Demo at all. I mean, because where the hell would we be without that guy? I mean, and then you got J-Mo with the 73-yard bomb. I mean, Amon Ra running interference beautifully. No flags. Just let J-Mo just waltz into that end zone. I mean, my gosh, man. So, to all you golf detractors out there, I mean, what can you say about his performance again? I don't think you're gonna find too much to rip him on. I don't. Quite honestly, I don't think you can play a better game than what Goff did tonight. Knowing that the Seahawks were without most of their productive starters, I just gotta say, Goff did. He looked a hell of a lot, but despite the Seahawks starters, the key starters being out, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't think any of y'all could really rip what Goff did tonight, man. I mean, we needed this get back against the Seahawks. We had a horrible losing streak against them. I'm glad it ended tonight. Now we can go into the bye week. Have our guys rest up. And but Terry Arnold, man, I honestly, Aaron Glenn, do not give this guy any more snaps till he could get better at his footwork. I mean, it has to be it. I mean, he was losing the battles on his footwork, which is causing him to do all this grabbing and shit. I mean, him and James Houston got to sit down, man. I think the run is over for Houston, man. I don't even know why we picked him back up. I mean, him and Arnold alone were responsible for 3/4 of the penalties tonight. I mean, all of them unnecessary, by the way. All of them unnecessary. Now I will say that one PI call on Carlton Davis was complete bunk. But then again, it's like mostly Terrion Arnold and James Houston. Give it up, bro. Give it up, man. You need to go back on the bench and stay there. So yeah, man. Shout out to all the One Pride riders out there, man. This is a game that we needed to win. We had to win to stop the bleeding, losing to these Seahawks, and I'm glad the losing streak ended. We go off on the break. Let's get our boys back and let's get ready for the next opponent after the bye. This your One Pride rider, aka Mr. War Machine, 313 Hitman, and I am gone.